Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're going in Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it just to make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications. Sometimes I'll include some spoilers in our thumbnails if you sign up for our YouTube channel, and then everybody will love me. I want to say that first off, Larson. I want to apologize. I've tried to make it a thing not to put spoilers in the thumbnails, and I did that last night after our review. I was so excited about the Asuka thing.
We got to balance top news story that's going to draw the most eyeballs to a product with not spoiling the outcome of things.
And
it's
none
a balance.
of
It's a spectrum, and I think more often than not we hit somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it might go one way or the other.
Yeah.
It just happens sometimes.
Like, none of the pictures provided by WWE.com were, like, any good, except for that one with, spoiler alert, Asuka having won the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yeah.
But I do apologize. I feel bad. Like, a bunch of people were like, hey, you spoiled this. So I do, from the bottom, I do feel bad. I will try to do better not to spoil stuff in the future, but still make our thumbnails look dynamic, exciting,
good,
and discoverable, most importantly.
Eye-catching, yes.
Exactly. So
piquing interest.
My apologies. We will be at Monday Night Raw tonight.
Oh, dear.
I'm hyped. I'm excited, man. Man.
I'm not unexcited.
I forgot to start the vlog because I'm doing a vlog. Here we go. Road to...
Dude.
We're on the road to Monday Night Raw.
We're already doing a podcast now, man. You can't be doing a vlog.
2 episodes in a row, and they're going to be doing a shake-up.
You can't be doing a vlog. We're doing a podcast.
Oh,
it's
man.
Unprofessional.
Oh, God.
Stay focused.
So, we're going to be there. So,
where are we? Section 119?
Don't tell people where we're at.
No, they can come by and say hi. We're doing a meetup in advance in front of the sculpture in front of the Golden One Center at 3:30. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This will probably be live just about the same time we're hitting the road. And then we'll be inside. I'm sure at times we'll be milling about.
We mill about a lot. And
well, I got to take notes, so I got to pay attention to what's actually happening because this is going to be our recap for the next 2 weeks.
Nice. All I have to do is sit there and...
So you're going to be... If we're hungry, I'm hungry, and you're going to go, I'll say, here's money, give me some food.
I got you covered, dude. You're going to drive today, and then you're paying... You already paid for parking. I told you I'd pay for parking. You're like, don't worry about it.
Well, they suggest you do it in advance, so you guarantee yourself a parking spot.
Right on. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, come by and say hi. Like Larson said, we're going to be near the big colorful structure thing that some people consider art. I consider just a big eyesore. I find it, man, like, I like when there's actual skill involved with art. I think that's my thing. I want skill.
Let me ask you something. If there's a painting or a sculpture or something that someone put some thought into as a creative endeavor, yet you don't appreciate it, do you find it art, yes or no?
Well, art is subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like Jackson Pollock, some people don't consider that art. It's just the paint spatter of a madman.
His emotional state.
Okay, let's just try this.
All right.
Alabama, when she just takes a piece of paper. Lacey and I were at the toy store the other day, and they have these little they're sort of like it's like a little paper mache looking animal that's blank, and then it comes with markers so the kid can do right. So I give it to Alabama,
You're still in the store when this happens?
No.
Okay.
I told Lacey, I was like, if I were to get this for Alabama, I gave it to her. She just like puts a bunch of crap on it, and then, she's done with it within 5 minutes. Cost me $7, and it's ugly. That's not art.
Well,
some of these artists put less thought into their stuff than.
I think if she's trying to express something with her squiggles, then yeah, it is.
I mean, that's what you say, but that's the nature of art. It's subjective.
It's completely subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think there's two.
So I don't consider it. That thing they put up outside Golden One, I don't consider it art.
I think it could be art, but it could be bad art.
Well, that's cool. That's your point of view, man. My point of view is it's either art or it's not.
All right, fine. There's
no gray area.
Okay. So
that's actually not my.
So
that's,
creative works you enjoy and appreciate art, and everything else is garbage.
Honestly, that's kayfabe. That's not real. I actually the giant hulking sculpture outside Golden One, I do consider art. I think it's funny to make fun of it because it's just a big, colorful mass of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's fun to make fun of it, but whatever. I don't know. I have like this really terrible comic book that I just pawned off to like 150 friendos. I'm very proud of it. It's my child.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
But it's like the slow wolf pack. Like that wolf I made, I thought it was going to be a cool looking wolf, and it looks like a slow wolf. I am the last person who should be talking crap about art. That's why I do it.
And then how much money have you made?
Oh, I reap those rewards, man.
That art, that wolf.
Art really should be based directly off how much money you make off of producing it. Infinity War is the greatest piece of art ever made.
Okay. There you go.
Or what was the video game that came? Oh, Red Dead 2.
How much money did that make?
Oh, a lot. I think it broke a record.
Wow.
Anyways. So, yeah, we're going to be there. Come say hi. We're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We got a bunch of wonderful new patrons yesterday.
Yes.
And right now, hey, listen, if you're listening to this, if you're listening to the audio version of this, we have started putting the episodes up in audio form, and Patreon actually gives you your own RSS feed.
That's very nice.
Which you can import into whatever podcast app you use. I think the most popular ones accept it. And whatever if you're eligible for if you're a $5 patron and you get 5 bonus episodes a week, you don't have to go to the Patreon thing and see it now. It'll automatically load into your RSS feed.
That's pretty cool.
If you're a $1 patron, which, by the way, $1 goes a long way, you get 1 bonus episode, and then all the other episodes are all ad-free. So we've been running ads in our shows these days.
Yes.
Because, like I said earlier, we're artists, we like money, and so you get those ad-free. That's for $1 a month. You get that. So if you want to listen to the show without those commercials, go ahead and do that.
Yes.
We did get some new patrons. One of the Patreon tiers at $1 is you get a shout out. So we got some new ones. Sean Jenkins, Down Undertaker, Zach Parks, Roncheska, Lawson Quick, Joe Molina, Kevin Ortiz, Marlo Ramirez, Stephen Browner, Nathan Dillard, Free Press Publications, and Jordan Varden. Thank you very much. We really, really appreciate it. Oh, Jordan's brand new. That was 2 minutes ago.
Thank you so much.
Dos minutos.
Thank you, everybody.
Apparently, he agrees with my stance on art and decided to kick in some money to validate that.
He agreed with my stance on art.
Either way, man, we're both huge artists making all this money. Anyways.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Love you, man.
Let's get these super chats done, then we'll get on to the news. Steve is undisputed. Taven versus Lethal in 19 for the title. Thy kingdom come. Are you a fan of the kingdom?
Heck yeah, man.
Rich Hardesty. Done nursing the hangover from last night. Thanks for the live stream, friendos. Here's a couple shekels for your trouble. Thank you. Josh Little, what I sent you was delivered yesterday. Got to check that mailbox, I guess, huh?
I will. Yeah, dude. Josh. I went there today because I had to drop something off. Oh man, it was a mess. I was not going to try to mess with those people today. It's just a sea of people at the post office
because of the Christmas.
Because the time is up. The time is now.
It's for the Christmas.
And so I didn't check it, but I'm going to try to get there sometime this week. We have a really busy week.
Yeah, we do. Fear and Loathing NYC. Hello, friendos. Hi, Azef. I want to know how much our Truth's chances to win the Royal Rumble have gone up for you since last night. They're the exact same.
Well, no, they're now higher than 0, technically speaking.
It's 2% botch right now.
It's 2% botch.
It's always been 2% botch.
Well, before yesterday, I didn't know he was going to be. I figured he'd win, but I didn't know for sure that he'd actually win.
2% botch.
So it was 0 before.
Josh Little, would have been better if Bray had helped Braun. It would have been maybe more interesting, but
It wouldn't have made any sense. You know what? I think Mikey Omega pointed this out. Where the heck were the Revival? They were directly related to that whole lucha. They were like the most prominent people who got sort of screwed over by Baron Corbin.
That's true.
Where were the Revival? They didn't even get to do that.
No. Man, they keep getting the short end of the stick.
They kind of do.
They need to go to All Elite Wrestling. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, apparently Vince is upset. Dave Meltzer reported on last night's Wrestling Observer Radio, his recap with Brian Alvarez of TLC, that Vince was reportedly, quote, furious about the Dean Ambrose-Seth Rollins match. But that was the extent of Meltzer's comment. No word on if his ire was directed towards competitors, whoever booked that thing, like produced it, or the crowd for dumping on it, chanting, "This is boring."
You know how long that match went? I didn't realize.
20-something minutes.
22 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes that match went on.
You think of the span of that 22 minutes, they could have mustered up some measure of intensity.
No, because
before like the last 2 minutes.
No, man, no. Here's the thing. We can speculate as to what specifically Vince was furious about. There was nothing to be happy about with that match. I mean, look.
He's got to take some blame for putting it where he did in the card.
Seth and Dean went out there and they performed the match that
the producers laid out for them.
They agreed to perform.
Yeah.
They did their job.
Yeah.
I'm not really going to put it at necessarily Seth and Dean but it's just it's everything. It's placement of the card. It's the type of match that it was. It was whoever thought it would be a good idea to have any rest holds in a match. There was a match recently where we were like, oh my God, the pace of this match was crazy. There was 0 rest holds. It was a takeover match, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's one.
Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, there was that, and then there was one on 205. It was Tony Nese and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
The pace never let up.
And you know what was great about that is that was the match that this could have been.
Yeah.
It's two guys who are furious with each other.
Yeah.
Speaking of furious, who it's personal. But there's also a professional thing at stake, the Intercontinental Championship. In the previous case, in Tony Nese, Cedric Alexander, is Cedric's path to gold. And so, there was everything about this has just been a failure.
I think I said this at a recap. This was a match befitting the level of intensity of the feud. It just spoke to how poorly this feud's been carried out so far.
Yeah.
Because there's no oomph to it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It feels like an obligation on both parties.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we're told we got to do this, so we got to go do this.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel no legitimate, in terms of kayfabe, like disgust.
Yeah.
Dislike.
Yeah.
Like I don't really feel like Dean's really done beyond turning on Seth when he did. I don't feel like Dean's really done much sense to really.
He hasn't.
Really get under the skin of Seth. Like Seth, should he really care that he burned his Shield vest? So what?
Like he graffitied
it's a piece of clothing.
And it's not even Seth.
No.
He graffitied a door.
And it said "burn it down," which is Seth's catchphrase.
What does Seth care about that?
And he's dirty deeds them a few times. That's the extent of it.
Yeah. It's so lame. There's nothing at stake here. There's nothing at stake besides the Intercontinental Championship, which has kind of been devalued in the process. Now, I would suspect though that tonight we'll probably get a rematch, which
this is what they need to do.
Go ahead.
This is what they need to do. Every match on Raw tonight is what Vince comes out and says. We'll get to this more later because Vince will be on Raw tonight. He says, top of the show, all right, we're going to shake some things up around here. We're going to have X number of matches. Whoever loses these matches, you're going to SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Everybody's fighting for their jobs on Raw.
That'd be cool.
That way, Drew can cost Finn his match against Dolph. Finn goes to SmackDown.
When Vince's music hits, are you going to cheer or are you going to boo?
I might do neither.
Really?
I might just stand and watch the show. I'll probably have my phone out taking notes.
Oh, wow. I'm going to be cheering.
That's fine. It's your prerogative.
Chance. That's what you get.
The song is great.
Will you help me start this cheer? Raw is fine.
You can start your own cheer.
Doesn't need fixing. Well, I'm going to start it, but are you going to chime in with me?
No, I don't do chants, really. No.
You don't do two tweets? You don't do chants? My God, man. My God,
I'm mirthless.
You have no mirth.
I am without mirth.
Oh man, I don't know. I've seen video of you cheering before.
If I have a reason to really
you
be
started
excited,
your own
yeah.
chant. You started your own chant. There was one video. It was I don't know if I ever posted it as a vlog or if I just had it. But I think I did. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. when we went to Raw that time, you touched CM Punk. I started filming, and you were all excited. I turned the video camera towards you, and you said, "Yeah, I'm right here." So can you start that chant tonight?
No.
I'm right here.
No, I can't do that.
Oh, it was funny.
Like, I'll get excited. There's something to get excited about. When the Revival debuted in The Rock, I was like,
Say yeah. Yeah.
I felt like I was one of 25 people in that arena, like, fervently cheering for the Revival.
Well, you were one guy in the arena chanting that you were right there at that one Raw.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
Oh, man. No, it was just funny because JD, I guess, posted a tweet.
I saw that
this morning. And then somebody tweeted at us and it was like, "Hey, are you guys going to," because he was like, "Make sure you don't let Vince off the hook. Make sure you boo him." I'm like, no, man, it's Vince.
Everybody's going to let Vince off the hook.
I love Vince. Vince is off the hook, man. He's
great.
His
song is great. He's got the perfect theme song for everybody to sing along with. So no one's going to boo him.
I'm not going to boo him, man. He's great.
No one's going to boo him. Anyways, on with the news. So after the events of TLC last night, we speculated quite a bit about how that could affect Mania, whether we're going to get Rousey, Becky, Charlotte, Rousey, Becky, Charlotte, Asuka. Don't know. They set it up so any of those possibilities could exist. Well, Dave Meltzer mentioned on Wrestling Observer Radio episode both prior to and after TLC that he has heard, or his speculation is, that the plan is for Ronda Rousey to take on Charlotte at the Rumble. I mean, Charlotte said that after their match at Survivor Series.
Didn't Rousey say this too?
Sorry, Rousey, yes.
Yeah, she said, I want her at the Rumble.
I got to get through Nia Jax, and then you and I, Charlotte, will finish this at the Rumble.
Yeah. So I think he just saw that on Raw.
Probably. Well, that's several weeks ago. No one remembers that, though. So this poses a question.
Okay, go
Could
ahead.
this be their blow-off or something used to set up a larger story? For example, say...
Can you do that, what you were just doing, and move this up and down at the same time?
No. I'll do it this way.
Oh, man.
I can't this way.
He also seemed fairly certain that we were going to get Becky Ronda one-on-one at Mania.
What they could do is have Ronda Charlotte at the Rumble. Becky comes in, interferes, screws up the whole match, which would just lead into a Mania triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully if that's the match at Mania, then they make it a fatal four-way so Asuka can get in there too.
I would honestly believe we know how fickle McMahon can be.
Fickle.
Right? Did you notice the reaction last night was not to Asuka winning was damn near universally just so positive.
Yeah.
And overwhelming. Like everybody on Twitter was on wrestling Twitter was all this is amazing. This is great. The crowd reaction. I do wonder, given how strong that triple threat came off, and then you have the addition of Ronda Rousey in there, if Vince wouldn't sit back and say, man, like who wouldn't want to see a fatal four-way with all of them?
I know.
I mean, if you think back to last year's Ronda Rousey match, her debut match, it was a mixed tag match, overbooked. So much fun.
Yeah, tons of fun.
And it was the probably the highlight of Mania last year. And if you have a fatal four-way, you have a chance to do some really, really fun stuff, and you have a better chance at making somebody come off at everybody involved will come out looking not as weak as the person who loses a one-on-one match.
Here's the thing too. You can have the fatal four-way match, and to a slightly lesser degree, a triple threat match. But I guess it's kind of the same principle. You can have WWE's, who I assume wants to go over, that being Ronda Rousey. You don't have to have Becky eating that pin.
Is that a certain? Well, you're right, exactly. Is that a certainty?
I don't think it's a certain. Here's the thing: if it's one-on-one Charlotte versus Becky, no. If it's a triple threat or a fatal four, I think so.
You mean Ronda versus Becky?
If it's one-on-one Ronda versus Becky,
right? Yeah, sorry, you said Charlotte
that's
versus.
Sorry,
okay, yeah.
But if it's a triple threat or a fatal four-way, I think it's a near certainty that's part of the brew they have in the cauldron there, thinking about how they're going to approach it is we want Ronda to go over. How can we achieve this while protecting the individuals that
it's
need to be protected?
way easier to do in a fatal four-way. in terms of protecting the other people is basically what you just said. Yeah.
I mean, because in my mind, I feel like based on how the story's progressed, the way Charlotte beat down Ronda at Survivor Series, they'll have this rematch at the Rumble. Becky will get involved, most likely setting up whatever they're going to do at Mania, that the outcome is going to be Ronda making Charlotte tap or pinning her. Mm-hmm. Ronda's going to go over Charlotte in the finish of whatever multi-woman match they have at Mania.
Yeah.
That way Becky doesn't take a loss, and if Asuka's in that match, she doesn't take a loss so soon after winning that title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, given that he apparently, allegedly, made Asuka a late addition to that triple threat match based on the reaction that he basically had just heard from her. I think when Becky selected Charlotte for the Survivor Series match, I think that's when they said he sort of opened his eyes a bit. Or maybe there was one moment after that. I forget. But in any event, he changes things up, and he's got a lot of really good options in front of him.
Yeah.
I think Vince will find the best of them, and we'll get a very quality program here in the near future. That's going to be fun.
That'll be fun. Onward in the news, so, Young Bucks, Cody, apparently also SCU, all said goodbye to Ring of Honor this weekend.
Yeah.
At Final Battle and the subsequent television tapings. Already got the latest episode of Being the Lead Up about their last Ring of Honor shows. To kick off the show, it's a segment where the Jackson brothers, Matt, Nick, have a piece of paper in their hands, and they're saying, well, the ink is dry on this. We got to do what we got to do, as if it's a contract. In walks their version of Triple H, which is Frankie Kazarian in a leather jacket. Mm-hmm. He comes in, he grabs this would-be contract, but halfway through the episode, Kazarian, Triple H, is walking down the hallway of the whatever hotel they're staying in, opens up what he thinks is a contract. Instead, it's a letter. Inside, it wrote, quote, although this was a difficult decision, we watched an episode of Raw and saw what you guys did to the tag team division. I know in this business the saying goes, never say never, but for now, we wish you the best in your future endeavors. And then they super kick him in front of the elevator in the hotel. And then he does like the long sell that Triple H has done before.
Oh, yeah.
Make fun of that.
Okay. Well, that's cute.
Confirmed, no WWE for Young Bucks.
Yeah, that's confirmed right there.
All Elite Wrestling confirmed. They're not going back to Ring of Honor. They're not going WWE.
The weird thing about the Ring of Honor thing is how close Ring of Honor and New Japan work.
Yeah.
So, like, if they're not signed to Ring of Honor, couldn't they still work some Ring of Honor shows via New Japan? So why make a big deal about, I guess because they're not signed there anymore.
Yeah.
But, so that was kind of weird to me.
Well, I think if they do continue working for New Japan, I'm guessing it's going to be non-exclusive deals. It's going to be appearance fees.
Yeah.
So I guess they'd be able to pick and choose which Ring of Honor, if they want to work a Ring of Honor show or not.
Yeah, man.
Although they did say after the final battles, like, hey, New York, this is great. We'll see you later. Happens in New York next year. G1 Supercard.
Mm-hmm.
Possibility they
Madison
could be there.
Square Garden.
So we'll see you soon.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Anyways, you're not going to WWE. It's all Elite Wrestling, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
The future.
We'll see about all that. I wonder if anybody.
They're going
really
to Impact.
knows. Cody seems to completely be sure that he's not going to WWE.
No, he's not going to WWE.
He said that
Young Bucks aren't going.
Down.
Young Bucks aren't going to WWE.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably going to be all Elite Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
You see Kenny Omega's new shirt? It's got a Terminator cat on it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I want to make a gypsy one.
Okay.
I want to rip that off.
All right.
And make a gypsy one.
Should I make one with Zoe then too?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah. No, I'll get a picture. I'll do one for Zoe. Sure.
All right.
Yeah. So they look.
Yeah.
Real art. The more we make off of it, the more art it becomes.
The more art it is.
Exactly. Yeah. The Wrestle Kingdom card has been finalized. We're going to be live streaming our reactions to it.
Yes.
What a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Awful idea.
Super tired, but we had fun.
That's going to be like a Thursday night, right?
Yeah, I think it starts at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. I think it starts at 10 p.m. our time. I think it starts.
The pre-show is 2 p.m. East. I'm sorry, 2 a.m. Eastern.
It'll be 11 p.m. our time.
So the main card starts at midnight. So yeah, we'll be broadcasting at 11 p.m.
Because we can't miss Gauntlet match.
How long does
tag titles?
How long does it go? Because I got to get out of here by like 6:30 at the latest.
I'll be done by then.
I should hope so.
I think last year it ended at like 5:30.
Oh, okay.
5:30
cool.
or 6.
Right on.
Anyways. Oh, but we got to do a recap afterwards, too. Oh, my goodness. All right, that might be pushing it.
Yep.
Anyway, so yes, the card was announced last week. However, no teams were announced for the kickoff shows. Never open weight tag title gauntlet match.
So this is the replacement New Japan Rumble. That I'm
Yes,
still
these are
bitter
the
about.
teams. Are you ready?
Yep.
Hiroki Goto and Best Friends, Trent and Chucky T.
That's a bummer.
Team Chaos. Why is that a bummer?
I really wanted to be all the best friends and best friends, Roppongi best friends. I wanted to be Rocky Romero.
Oh, Rocky's going to be out there with Roppongi 3K during the main card.
Do double duty.
Minoru Suzuki and Killer Elite Squad. Why is Minoru Suzuki on the kickoff show?
Why is your boy Minoru Suzuki on the kickoff show?
I don't know, man. He's
Worst.
the greatest. Taguchi, Makabe, and Yano. Why is Yano not on Team Chaos?
Yano's hanging. That's weird.
That's weird. Hanging out with Taguchi Japan. That's weird. Michael Elgin, Jeff Cobb, and David Finlay.
That's cool.
And then Marty Skrull, Hangman Page, and the Tokyo Pimp. Who wins this, Steve? And why is it Suzuki-gun?
Well, Minoru Suzuki is by far the biggest name on this.
Oh, easily. It's got to be Suzuki-gun because they'll take on... Yeah, Suzuki-gun.
This is a gauntlet match, right?
Yeah.
If
I don't know if this is
they're
necessarily the order.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the order, though. These are just the teams. Because Guerrilla's Destiny and Bone Soldier have the 6-man titles now. So if you're thinking storyline-wise, then you would think it's Skrull, Page, and Takahashi. That would make sense, especially if they're going to finally do some sort of blow-off between all that, but who knows if that's the case.
Well, yeah, these titles mean nothing anyways. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say it's going to be the Best Friends in Goto.
Okay.
The Best Friends have been having a real hard time of it lately, from what I understand in the world of online New Japan gifts.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say they pull this victory out.
Chuck especially.
Yeah, I'm going to
He's be
say
on the edge of madness. That's what I've gathered.
Oh, I forgot to put a Twitter thread up. I'll do that right now.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
In other wrestling news, Lucha Blog is reporting that Bandito is, quote, the first Mexican wrestler to sign a full-time contract with Ring of Honor. Lucha Blog continues, quote, Bandito is expected to start in Ring of Honor in early 2019. I've been told a couple different dates. I'm not sure which will be his first. Ring of Honor exclusive deals do not cover Mexico, so he'd be free to continue teaming with Flamita in the Crash and elsewhere. Of course, we saw Bandito in the main event of All In, teaming with Rey Mysterio and Phoenix. And he had that crazy moonsault power slam thing he does.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
And he was at Triple Mania, I believe, too, in one of the matches.
Awesome. Wait, is it going to preclude him from wrestling? Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah, he can still
so
wrestle
he'll be free to continue
wrestling in Mexico, yeah.
At Triple Mania.
Flamita's really good, too. He was awesome in that 6-man tag match where Lucha Brothers team with Flamita to take on the Elite. That was great too.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That's a huge signing from Ring of Honor. Good on them. They're kind of bolstering their roster.
It's a weird tapestry. It's a weird patchwork job they're doing rebuilding.
Do you see what happened to TV tapings in terms of debuting of new talent? Previously reported.
I saw that new talent debuted, but I didn't see the specifics. No,
okay. I don't get the specifics.
Did it seem cool?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay, right on.
It gives somebody who's already there something to do while he's still there.
Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah, weird. I mean, it's cool. Look, I'm not sure what the status is on a lot of those Impact guys. Like, I don't know if Ring of Honor would be able to bring in, like I doubt they can bring in Brian Cage.
Yeah.
And Impact seems to have locked up a bunch of people. I mean, if Impact's able to say no to LAX
going to
Evolve, I'm sure that those contracts are locked up to a degree. And Impact does have a lot of really, really good talent that's out there. A lot of the sort of all-in players landed at Impact as well. Jordan Grace, Brian Cage, Callahan and his guys are there.
It'd be interesting if somehow Ring of Honor and Impact merged. That'd be a pretty cool roster.
That'd be a great roster.
It'd never happen.
That'd be a fantastic roster.
Sinclair buying out Impact.
Well, man, it'd be nice if they had, because I know they've had over the past 12 months, they've had Like, did they do was it a Team Impact Team Ring of Honor thing on the Jericho Cruise?
Yeah.
They did a thing like that. It'd be neat if
or at least they started working together.
If they just started working together, you know? I mean, I don't know how this Impact TV thing is going to work out, but
yeah. That's kind of a huge thing.
And I don't know if that's going to be sort of a necessity for them to get some decent TV money and to keep in, you know, to stay in business. Yeah. But you know, more partnerships like that, I think would probably benefit them. But yeah, it is kind of an interesting, you know, sort of patchwork job, sort of a quilt, if you will, of talent they're signing in. Bandito, he's a great name. You know, Pico, PCO.
Brody King.
Very interesting name. Brody King, great dude. You know, he's really good.
And then Jeff Cobb a few months back.
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah, he's great. He's great.
I want to watch his match. I guess his match against Hangman Page is really good. Final Battle. I want to check that out.
It's a very I'll put it this way. It's just a very diverse range of talent they're bringing in, and it's pretty interesting.
Yes. And that's not to mention who's already there.
Yeah.
And then who, you know, sometimes drops in from New Japan Pro
Cobb.
Wrestling.
I mean, Cobb really seems like the kind of guy who, if they put that world title on him like right now, he's a guy who can carry that company. You know, I mean, he really is, and that improves his stock in New Japan as well when he's over there.
Yep. Oh, Raw preview. At least for one of the episodes we're going to witness tonight.
I am so grateful that Mr. McMahon is gracing us in Sacramento with his presence, because I think we're going to get a decent episode of Raw tonight, man.
Well, I hope so, but I'm not going to get my hopes too high.
Oh, get them sky high.
No,
mine
never,
are outrageously
never.
high.
Mirthless. I'm mirthless and without mirth. First item on the Raw preview from WWE.com. Mr. McMahon returns to Raw to shake things up.
Oh, I need ratings.
1 week after Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins placed the blame for Monday Night Raw's recent decline squarely on the shoulders of General Manager-elect Baron Corbin, WWE Chairman and CEO Mr. McMahon will return to the Red Brand to shake things up. WWE.com can confirm. The landmark appearance of the chairman comes one night after WWE TLC, where Corbin intends to be named the permanent general. Why is this?
What?
It should be the tense of that verb is wrong. Where Corbin intended to be named the permanent general manager of Raw following a forfeit victory of the injured Baron Corbin in a TLC match, per the stipulation handed down by Stephanie McMahon. However, rumors around.
What?
This must be written and posted before TLC. However, rumors abound that the Monster McMahon can make an appearance at this Sunday's WWE TLC event and stop the Lone Wolf from assuming total control of Team Red. This was posted before TLC.
No, it wasn't. Because look at the next entry.
With Mr. McMahon's, I know. With Mr. McMahon's return imminent, however, Corbin could have a lot to answer for regardless of his position. How will the chairman shake up Monday Night Raw, and who will benefit or suffer as a result? Whatever Mr. McMahon has in store, you won't want to miss it tonight on Raw, live at 8/7 Central on USA Network.
But there's more.
Oh, here, let's talk about this.
Okay.
While we're on this topic, because WrestleVotes has something on Twitter saying, quote, tonight's Vince McMahon angle is legitimately intriguing. I've heard Vince didn't want to come back to TV, so this shows signs of desperation. Is he really going to hit the reset button? Not sure, but Raw is in need of a facelift either way. So are we getting a shakeup tonight?
Or he's going to announce that there's going to be another draft.
Maybe.
Like before the Rumble. Like, they can't do it next week because it's Christmas. They can't do it New Year's.
No, because no one will be watching.
Because nobody watches. According, I was listening to the Meltzer this morning, and apparently the January 8th ratings, usually, even though apparently it's going to be going up against...
You mean 7th?
The 7th or 8th, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Is it going to be 7th?
7th, yeah.
That's going to be going up against the college national game, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that oddly those ratings are usually pretty strong. So I don't know what the deal with that is.
Interesting.
So maybe it'll be
because there won't be Monday Night Football apart from the college stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like NFL stuff.
So maybe the draft will be in a couple weeks on the 7th, maybe
7th or the 14th. That they just want to make sure they have the whole night to themselves. Because again, no Monday Night Football.
I find it difficult to believe that they would do a shakeup tonight.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Tonight they're shooting an episode of Raw for Christmas also.
Yeah.
And if they're going to do a shakeup tonight, and I mean they might be able to do this, you're going to need the SmackDown talent in attendance.
This is why they're not doing this shakeup tonight. Well, several reasons. One, there's a SmackDown house show in Stockton tonight.
Well, yeah, but if they need to pull 3 people from that, that's
here's why they're not going to do it tonight.
Okay.
Because they're not going to have the shakeup happen tonight when they can take 3 weeks to build to it and get the ratings grabbed tonight plus in 2 or 3 weeks.
You're right. They're going to get the ratings tonight regardless because everybody's wondering what the heck he's talking about. So, yeah, there will be – the ratings will be higher. It's just what is he going to do? I feel like –
he's going to say you're fired to Baron. That's a certainty.
Yeah, but to what extent? He's just going to go back to being a performer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then if there's any sort of shakeup, I don't think it'll be announced until the actual mini draft or however the case may be. I don't think they're going to do a full-on draft because they should. Will take place.
What if he comes out and apologizes? A first. Vince McMahon apologizes.
I've come out here to apologize for all.
You want me to hear I'm sorry? You hear me say I'm sorry? Fine, I'm sorry. I'm out of touch.
I'm so old.
I'm so old. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Who just shows up 30 minutes before the show and rewrites the whole damn thing? I do. Got a lot on my plate right now. Please forgive me.
Now I'm going to go watch the XFL fail. Enjoy the show.
What else could he do, though? If we're not looking at a draft or a shakeup, what else could he do?
Like, name a new GM of Raw. That's the extent of it. That's it.
That's the worst.
I know.
That's the worst.
People don't pop for a new general
What
manager.
if he brings out the writing staff?
And fires them all?
And then he like starts looking at people in the audience. You look like you have some good ideas. You're high.
It's the open forum with Mr. McMahon as far as
yeah, there you go.
pitch session.
What if he brings Alexa Bliss down and he does an open forum?
Oh man.
And he has people he has Hilton ask a question.
Maybe he saw NWO Sting at the Golden One Saturday the other night. NWO Sting.
Exactly. I'm going to look at our
Got some
chat, see
ideas.
if our Discord, see if anybody has good ideas for what he could be
Here,
doing
I'll continue
tonight.
on. Is Rollins ready for the age of Ambrose in an absolutely brutal showdown? What? Dean Ambrose overcame Seth Rollins at TLC to lay claim to the Intercontinental Championship. That match was anything but brutal. The rivalry between the former Shield brothers is surely far from over, but how will Rollins rally back tonight? And what will happen if the two come face to face in what would surely be an explosive showdown?
Mm-hmm.
Next, what will happen after Ronda Rousey's rowdy actions in the SmackDown Women's Triple Threat match? After successfully defending her Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax at WWE TLC, Ronda Rousey decided to interject herself into the first ever Women's TLC match, and by taking out Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, she effectively paved the way for Asuka to capture her first SmackDown Women's title. What will Ronda have to say about her actions, and will Charlotte or Becky be showing up on Raw for retribution? Ooh.
Oh, what about this one? What Caleb Dick here has the best suggestion here in chat. What if he announces that he's retiring and he's giving the company over to Triple H?
That'd be massive. That's not going to happen.
No, okay, but here's the thing. Storyline.
Oh, storyline-wise?
Storyline. He doesn't want to be on TV anymore, apparently, according to WrestleVotes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Handing
probably is like, I don't want to do this anymore. Kayfabe. I'm handing the keys to Stephanie.
Yeah.
And so Stephanie will be on TV every week.
Ugh, why that? No, man.
And that's the most likely scenario.
Man, what if he does? What if he storyline retires?
Be interesting.
I like that idea.
Next is the Monster Among Men ready for the Beast. Although Braun Strowman returned to the square circle with his arm in a sling, he still defeated the self-professed general manager-elect Baron Corbin in their TLC match, thanks to help from Raw superstars like Finn Balor, Heath Slater, and even Kurt Angle.
Why couldn't they have just copied and pasted that into the earlier Raw preview,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What's going on with
Not
this?
only is Corbin out of power on Monday Night Raw due to his loss to Strowman, but the Monster Among Men has now earned a title bout against Universal Champion Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble on Sunday, January 27th. Will Strowman return to Raw tonight? Is his elbow possibly ready for another encounter with the Beast?
Man.
You think Corbin's going to cost Strowman his match against Lesnar at Royal Rumble?
What would you prefer, that or Strowman simply losing?
Oh,
clean
I'd
to
prefer Corbin
Brock?
interfering.
Me too. You
And
can't
then-
have Braun losing.
And I guess
clean
that
to
would mean
Brock.
Strowman and Corbin. That's not a WrestleMania match.
Might be.
Yeah.
They thought it was going to be a TLC match.
Yeah. Well, TLC is not. It's not a major pay-per-view. What will happen when Finn Balor battles Dolph Ziggler on Raw?
What did Baron do? Or what did Braun do last year? He won the tag titles with Nicholas.
Yeah, that's true.
That was pretty bad.
After Dolph Ziggler got involved in Finn Balor's match against Drew McIntyre, and subsequently attacked the Extraordinary Man during Finn's backstage interview, Balor and Ziggler will look to settle things in the ring tonight on Raw.
All right, I'll do this last one here. Who will be the first superstars from Raw to enter the 2019 Royal Rumble? SmackDown superstars. Oh, that's right. People get to start declaring now. I declare I will be in the Royal Rumble. SmackDown superstars R-Truth and Carmella claimed the number 30 entries in their Royal Rumble matches by beating Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox in the Mixed Match Challenge finals last night. But will we see any Raw superstars declare themselves for the all-important Rumble matches? Whatever Mr. McMahon has in store, you won't want to miss it tonight on Raw, live at 8/7 Central on USA Network. I'm back full time.
Weird.
I'm going to be here for every episode.
So that sentence there is just copied from the Vince entry on here.
Something big is going on, man, because if you have the Raw preview, those guys are all messed up. They're like getting the latest info coming in from like three different sources.
This means they don't know what's going on, man.
Hey, listen, I need you guys to mention Vince because he's going to be showing up. And then Vince gets on the horn with digital. Listen to me. Act like TLC hasn't happened yet.
Goes all through intermediaries, man. There's no direct line of communication.
It is direct to the guy typing this in, man. It's more podunk than you think it is.
Do some questions. Don't talk, just listen. Dean almost never puts on a great singles match.
It's, you know.
He's had a few, but.
Here's the thing. Whenever we get down on Dean, which seems to be a lot.
He'll do something that says, all right, maybe that's what he can do. That's what it feels like. Excuse me.
Well, I was just gonna say people usually crap on us because they really like Dean for some reason.
But then I feel like there's times I feel like before that really good match against Triple H at a Roadblock a couple years back. I don't really feel like we were like he was over. Actually, no, he was overshadowing Roman that whole thing. He was actually doing good work then.
Yeah.
But like his feud with AJ for the title that involved Ellsworth and all that was all super goofy.
Yeah, it was goofy.
And then he had a really good match with AJ at TLC a couple years ago.
AJ's the best bout machine. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I
know.
It
seems like when
that's the thing. And then his Stone Cold podcast, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Like it got me on board with him. I was like, oh man, I'm feeling this guy.
Yeah.
Like there are flashes of something there, but they've never been able to figure it out.
Yeah, and string enough of them together to convince me that he's championship material.
Yeah.
Twisted Mental. Daniel Bryan's hippie gimmick is Juice Robinson's old NXT gimmick.
Yeah, but was Juice
CJ Parker?
Yeah, was CJ Parker like a super heel?
No, I don't think so.
I thought he was like
I think he's just an environmentalist.
Yeah, he was just like a fun. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants like a good guy environmentalist. What?
Don't know if that's
like
true.
Captain Planet? He wasn't cool.
Yeah, he was. He was a hero.
You ever
man.
see that Don Cheadle Captain?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great. That's so awesome.
Fear and Loathing NYC, Seth versus Dean in a match where the winner gets the additions to their theme music removed. Oh, I hope Dean loses that one then. Oh, the winner. Oh, Dean goes over then. I can't stand those sirens. Fear and Loathing NYC. I don't know who's to blame for Seth versus Dean, but I thought their Hell in a Cell match was amazing. Yeah, that one was all right. Their feud back in 2014, whatever, wasn't bad. They had some decent matches.
Who?
Seth and Dean. They had a decent Hell in a Cell match.
I just feel like the entirety of the Shield reunion, it was underwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
From the get, and then when Dean got injured, it was underwhelming again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't even know how over the Shield really were in the first place.
You mean initially?
I mean, I know people loved them and everything, but did they really love them?
I don't know. That's a good question. Jacinto Gonzalez, both Ronda.
Like, who do you think left a bigger? Who's more Hall of Fame worthy? The Shield as a group, or same from the time, Ryback? Don't answer. Just think about it. Just think about it deeply, okay? I want you to really think about that.
I'll answer tomorrow. Jacinto Gonzalez, both Ronda and Charlotte had zero indie experience before joining the WWE. Whose development was more impressive? Thanks, friendos.
That's a good question. I would... So maybe ask again in a couple of years after Ronda's had...
Mm-hmm.
If Ronda becomes the wrestler that Charlotte has become, but Ronda's doing it under that spotlight, Charlotte,
I don't know what kind of
a toss-up.
Athletic or competitive experience Charlotte had before getting to the pro wrestling. At least Ronda had some fight sport background.
And she had experience of being under the spotlight, the brightest spotlight of them all.
And succeeding.
Yeah, exactly.
So I might say Charlotte. Jonathan chant fickle. fickle.
He says at Vince. Why would I do it at Vince? The man, he's literally responsible for me getting to do this for a living.
It does seem like Vince is pretty fickle, though.
Yeah, but I'm not going to yell it at him. That's rude.
No, yeah, I'm not going to either.
I'm going to cheer him. Say, welcome.
Don't talk,
I'm
just
not going to
listen.
yell at a 70-year-old man.
You
want to
get some gift certificates to like the Railroad Museum and throw them towards the ring? Say, welcome to Sacramento, Vince.
Yeah, Sacramento, we love you. Sacramento, we love you.
What other tourist attractions in Sacramento?
My house.
He'll never come back.
Come to my house. Extra room.
He'll never come back. Don't talk, just listen. How do you think Gypsy would take it to Vince?
Oh, she'd love him. And he would love her.
He'd growl back at her.
Exactly. He would get on all like hands and knees and go, rah, rah, rah. Oh, she would get freaked out and like get on her belly or get on her back and like open up her belly. And
yeah.
He'd be, yeah, you're a good dog, aren't you? No, you're a bad dog. You're a good dog.
Don't talk, just listen. Would you rather have a draft or a shakeup? I'm curious as to how a new draft would turn out as opposed to a shakeup, although it'd be hard to justify a draft compared to a simple shakeup. I don't want a full-fledged redraft of both brands. I think each brand should have like Seth Rollins should be on Raw. AJ Styles should be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Those are the cornerstone talents for each show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that should remain the same. It should be like a keeper league where you get like 5 or 10 of SmackDown's top talents are guaranteed to stay there year after year.
Yeah.
For at least for a few years, you know?
Yeah.
Fear and Loathing NYC, Taker eating a TV dinner watching Raw, seeing to his surprise Michelle get introduced as new Raw general manager.
Oh,
Hungry
dear.
Man, Salisbury steak.
Uh-oh.
For Undertaker.
I have to be on best behavior.
Why? Oh.
My wife is in the chat room. She says Gypsy would eat him. No, you don't. It's Vince McMahon. He's a grizzled man.
Yeah, man.
Get back to work, Lace. You should be working right now.
Here, Undertaker eating a TV dinner, Salisbury steak, Hungry Man style.
This is it. I'm going to eat 5 of these as like a snack.
This is Hungry Man.
I'm a hungry man. I need like 5 of these.
Those things are small, man. I got a Salisbury steak in my freezer.
They're like that large now.
For some reason, Lacey buys those things. I think she eats them every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
When she wants some bum food.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Michelle shows up, introduces new Raw general manager. How does Mark Calloway react?
Who's the new general manager?
Michelle.
Oh.
Michelle, I'm so proud of you. You really made something of yourself. You got a new job. You're in a position of power. Powers of darkness.
JCMP Technology Services didn't expect to shout out seconds after joining. Should have used my business name so I could write it off as advertising like I do with Super Chat.
JCMP Technology Services at your beck and call. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
There you go.
Now she says, am I cold? Why are you wearing a jacket? My wife is just in here. She's just giving me.
It is cold.
Give me the business. It is, no, it's freezing in here. And if we turn on the heat, it gets like super.
For some reason, it's blowing cold air now.
Like immediately so hot.
Or that. I know.
YouTube.com/the Wrestle Dude asks, is Vince's shakeup tonight going to be putting you two in charge of Raw, or is he going to introduce Rawgate technology to WWE?
Hopefully Rawgate.
Mm-hmm.
That would really shake things up in terms of like putting body parts in different positions on people.
Oh, I had a really good idea for Rawgate. I'll run it by you after when the cameras aren't rolling.
All right, we can talk about it all on the trip to Golden One. Yun1million25, doesn't it suck that Finn's last big win was last year's TLC with AJ Styles? Since then, he has not had a big win. Why?
It's true. That's totally true. Like, that was a huge one. I was really surprised.
And the next night, he got squashed by Kane or something like that.
If, like, before I revisited it, you'd have said, hey, Survivor Series last year, Finn versus AJ, who won? I'd have been like, oh, AJ, obviously.
No, Finn totally did.
It was Finn.
Finn totally did. Finn wins.
Yeah.
Jen Lee accepted. Why do you love Ember despite below Kalisto mic skills?
Oh, yeah, her mic skills are not good.
But she's really good in the ring.
Yeah, she's really, really good in the ring.
I feel like the mic skills can improve.
She said too sweet. Go back to work, Lace.
You got any more Twitter questions there, Steve?
Yeah, I got a ton.
Yeah, I got a ton.
But I got my wife hounding me in chat. Anyways, let's see here.
Robbie Hyde, what are your predictions with Vince for tonight? We kind of went over that already.
Yeah.
Baron's getting fired, maybe new GM, and maybe announcement of a... What?
Sean Hulver.
What?
I was going to read a question here.
I was answering this one.
I thought you were done.
I was in the middle of talking.
Sorry. I got my wife in here. It's throwing me for a a loop now.
Let's go.
Sean Hulver asks, well, you said we already treaded over that ground.
I was recapping. Continue.
Prediction for who the first superstar will be to announce they're entering the Royal Rumble. Who's it going to be?
Drew.
Seth. Oh, he's still dealing with Dean right now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might not be Drew. Probably like Bob Lashley or something. Elias. Yeah. One of those two guys. Lashley or Elias, actually.
Oh, Leo will announce it for Lashley?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because Seth's not just going to let go of that Dean thing. All right, let's just go. Jeez.
Josh Little. Could Vince make Kurt the GM again? It's entirely possible. Entirely possible.
Yeah, he'll do that. But that really needs to be like, I don't know. That needs to be like the lowest priority business. Like if that's the big thing.
It's going to be underwhelming.
Yeah.
Haven Elric at TLC. Braun should have said, "Get this hand."
Yeah. Sort of over Braun. He needs to do something new. He needs to be new.
Be new.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Cena. What if he brings out Cena? Cena's going to be in Sacramento?
That'd be surprising.
I want to hang out with him.
Okay.
And be like, hey, I'm John Cena's fat brother. I look the same, don't I? I don't listen to any of his fitness tips. And I eat lots of carbs. I'm Steve Cena.
Steve Cena.
Tour
guide, the River Museum.
Planet Chuck. What is the rail? You're obsessed with the railroad.
When I was a kid, whenever people would come visit us, that'd be where we go. That's like the tourist destination it was in the 80s.
What's up with that? Like, come on, we got to get something else going here. Let's see here. What is it about Planet Chuck? Wants to know, what is it about Dean Ambrose that Vince and the creative team sees? He never seems he never seems terribly interesting, and he's not the best wrestler either. I read that first as he never seems terribly interested because he doesn't.
No.
Like last night when they gave him the belt. And then there was a picture backstage of him doing exactly that with the title. Well, he's like a robot now? It's so weird.
Like, I thought it'd be cool if he had sprayed it down with some Lysol or put on some rubber gloves or something before being handed the belt to fit into, like...
Yeah, but they're not even running with that.
Illness thing. Just pick a direction and go with it.
Yeah.
And if it bombs, it bombs. But, you know, if he goes do something halfway, it's probably going to bomb anyways. So just follow through.
I love this question from Oliver B. Should Rollins Ambrose have been more like Rude Storm from Bound for Glory 2012? I didn't watch that. I don't know anything about
I don't know anything about
TNA Circuit 2012.
I don't know anything about TNA pretty much at all.
But if you're saying Rude Storm from Bound for Glory 2012 was good,
then
yeah, man. If that was a good match, if that was a killer match, then sure.
Yeah.
Continuing on, Anthony Higgins, power rank GMs to replace Baron Corbin, not including Kurt or Alexa Bliss. So they're out. Number one. Liverpool's number one.
Oh, dear.
But he doesn't know anybody's name. He rebooks kayfabe fresh.
Oh, no, this is what it is. There's a reason Sid Scala joined the authority aspect of NXT UK because Johnny Saint's getting promoted.
Moving up.
Yep.
And he doesn't know anybody's name.
But he's going to NXT, and Regal's going to be the new GM of Raw.
Oh, that's number one is Regal.
Yeah.
That dude, man, he's great. My first order of business. Drafting those ruffians in the Undisputed Era over here so I can yell at them.
That's why you can yell at them. It frustrate them on a daily basis.
Or no, Vince like names him as the GM, and then Vince says, also, we've called up the Undisputed Era. Oh, I thought I was rid of them.
I'll put them in a War Games match. War Games?
But at least I'm here with my favorite superstar ever, Asuka. No, she's on SmackDown. Oh, dear.
What about my former pupil, Daniel Bryan?
SmackDown. Wow, what about the best wrestler on the planet, AJ Styles?
SmackDown.
Damn it, man. And you're joining the Kiss My Butt Club. Mr. Sinister, why aren't you guys taking Going in Raw signs to Raw tonight? It's a bit cheesy, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little weird.
Yeah. Nick Failer, what are the odds Hulk Hogan is the new GM? 2% botch.
Dude. At that point, I would start booing Vince. That's the one thing that's going to get me to boo Vince.
I might get up and leave.
Whoa. You're my ride.
So I guess you'd have to get up and leave too or take a lift.
I got to Uber, man, because I got to sit there and take notes.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
Jeremy Salinas. Hypothetically, if the Young Bucks change their mind and go to WWE, what do you mean change their mind? They're going to WWE.
No, they're not.
You mean hypothetically when the Young Bucks go to WWE next year, are they in a stable with AJ or with Finn?
Well, it's going to be the rest of the Elite. It'd be Cody too. They're all going together. What do they do? They're going to do
They're
together.
not doing. Cody literally said, listen, people, don't get your hopes up. I'm not going to WWE, but the Young Bucks are. He said that
No, he didn't.
during that Inside the Ropes interview.
He didn't.
He said, listen, don't get your hopes up, but here's why. Hangman and the Young Bucks are going confirmed to WWE.
Never.
It was weird. All they asked for was $500,000 guaranteed.
He never said that.
Between the two of them.
He never said that.
And yeah.
Never said that.
They said you can rebrand us, do whatever you want. And they gave away all their merchandise rights.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
They don't even get a cut. They don't get any royalties.
Seems like bad business.
Weird, right?
Terrible
yeah, we
business.
should bring Cultaholic signs.
There you go.
Somebody's William Lee Pratt suggested that. Oscar Silva says, will Adam Cole be sent to 205 Live while the rest of the Undisputed Era go to SmackDown?
No, they're all staying together.
What? No, man. No way is Adam Cole
He just
going
read
to...
Tommaso Ciampa's tweet.
I wish they would tell people to stop doing that.
I know.
Don't make 205 Live a dumping ground.
It belittles 205
It
Live.
does. And those little guys are great.
They're fantastic.
They try so hard. Let's see here. Oh, great. This is a great idea. I mean, great question. Thomas Speller. What is the lamest way WWE could continue the SmackDown Live Women's Championship storyline? The lamest way. The worst thing they could do.
If they send both Charlotte and Becky to Raw and don't get anything in return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be pretty lame. Cash considerations.
Yeah.
And then Asuka fights like a briefcase full of cash. Makes a tap out.
Yeah.
That's pretty lame. If on Tuesday they had Asuka lose that title immediately to the debuting Vanessa Bourne. That'd be pretty lame, right?
Mm-hmm. Huge push for Vanessa
No,
Bourne.
I'm sorry. What's even lamer than that is if Stephanie went to SmackDown and beat Asuka clean for the title. That's the lamest thing you could do.
That's a nightmare scenario right there.
Yeah.
Jeffrey and Wynn, Lars Sullivan is new GM? Probably not.
Probably not.
It didn't say Lars Sullivan is lurking as authority figure.
He didn't have a suit on.
No.
Justin is Brooks asks if All Elite Wrestling becomes real. Who are some other talents you would like to see in the promotion?
It seemed like SCU were going.
They're not going. They're going.
Totally
they're
going
to NXT.
Listen, man. End of final battle. What did Matt Jackson say? I think everybody in this ring is all elite, huh? And who was in the ring there? SCU.
He said no. He said, what does WWE stand for?
Walk with the elite.
See, that's why we're so great, because I had no idea where I was going to go with that, and then you just finished it off. Walk with the elite. Oh, Lord. That is too much.
Cody versus Elias at WrestleMania confirmed.
That's a good one to go out on.
All right,
Anyways,
fair enough.
Thanks so much, everybody. Patrons $1 and up. We've got a bonus episode coming up for you live in about 10 minutes or so. We appreciate everybody for hanging out today. And, until next time, let me try to get to Hilton.
Music, roll the music.
Hilton's already at the Golden One Center.
Yeah, man.
So I'm just going to do his job and hit that music for him. There you go. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.